You ever have that feeling? You know the one, where your mind is just stuck in fast forward. You're constantly planning, worrying, trying to solve problems that haven't even happened yet? Well, in this explainer, we're going to dive into what's called the rhythm of daily trust and see if we can find a way to get some peace right here in the present moment. Let's get into it.
Man, that really hits home, doesn't it? It's like this constant hum of anxiety in the background of our lives. We're just trained to stockpile for the future. And I'm not just talking about canned goods, but stockpiling worries too. Our minds turn into these little engines, always running calculations for tomorrow we can't even control, and it just leaves us totally wiped out today.
Now, let's be clear. This is not about throwing responsibility out the window. Not at all. There's a huge difference we need to talk about. See, wise planning, that's a practical tool. It looks at the future and makes smart choices. But worry, oh worry, is something else entirely. It's this heavy, crushing burden that tries to carry the entire weight of tomorrow on today's shoulders. And our shoulders just aren't built for that kind of load.
So, if our modern way of doing things is just burning us out, what's the alternative? Well, it's not some new productivity hack you'll find online. It's not a complicated philosophy. It's actually an ancient, incredibly simple secret. And this, right here, this is the turning point.
And there it is. Just a few simple words, but wow, what a profound invitation. Think about it. It doesn't ask for enough to last a whole year or insurance against every possible future problem. It just powerfully, simply anchors us right here, in today.
So what exactly is daily bread? Well, you can think of it as a metaphor for everything we need for this 24-hour period. Not just food, but the exact amount of strength we need, the patience for that meeting, the grace for that tough conversation, everything required for the challenges right in front of us. And only those.
You see, at its heart, this isn't some kind of transaction, like putting a coin in a vending machine. It's way more personal. It's an invitation to a daily rhythm, a daily conversation, a daily act of trust, and best of all, a daily discovery of what shows up when you need it.
Okay, so this all sounds great, but how do we actually do this, right? How do we go from a mindset of hoarding worries for the future to one of daily trust? Well, there's actually a pretty clear path forward.
It really just boils down to these 4 key practices. You can think of them as the beat to this new rhythm in your life. You engage, you look, you match, and you trust. So the whole journey kicks off with a really simple but really powerful question to ask yourself each morning. Instead of that big, vague cloud of anxiety about everything, this question makes you get specific. What do I actually need today? Is it patience? Is it physical strength for workout? Is it wisdom for a chat with my kids? It just zeroes in on your needs for the here and now.
And here's the absolute key to the whole thing. There's a perfect match between the day's demands and the provision for it. We get so overwhelmed because we're trying to use today's energy to solve tomorrow's problems. But when you start to trust this rhythm, you find out you have exactly enough for whatever is right in front of you.
And when you start living like this, something pretty incredible starts to happen. You stop chasing this idea of some massive, infinite grace to cover all of time, and instead, you start finding something so much better. Today's manageable grace. And that is the discovery.
I mean, this is where most of us live, right? We're walking around, shoulders all tensed up, minds totally cluttered, carrying the weight of next week's big project, next month's bills, next year's what-ifs. We are literally carrying burdens that don't even belong to us yet.
But the moment you consciously decide to set down those future burdens and just focus on today's bread, you feel it. There's this immediate, almost physical sense of relief. Your shoulders actually feel lighter. It's that feeling of finally exhaling a breath you didn't even realize you were holding. And the payoff here is so real. You can feel it. That heavy emotional weight you've been carrying, it gets lighter. The mental real estate that fear used to occupy is now filled with a sense of provision. You start to feel capable because for the first time, your strength is perfectly matched to your challenge. Life stops being a frantic scramble and becomes this daily discovery.
And listen, if you're struggling to trust this whole idea, just sit with this for a second. It's a stunning thought. It kind of scales our worries down to their proper size, you know? The very same power that orchestrates the entire cosmos is also intimately focused on the details of your day. That's a pretty powerful anchor for your trust.
So after all this, what's the big takeaway from our little journey here? Well, it really comes down to a choice between 2 very, very different ways of feeling on the inside.
So instead of that frantic, chaotic, heart-pounding pace of worry, you find yourself settling into something else, a rhythm.
that's gentle, it's predictable, and it's caring. It's a way of living that feels a whole lot less like a struggle and a whole lot more like a dance.
And that's really the bottom line, isn't it? The experience of living in the present, trusting in that daily provision, is just so much sweeter and more satisfying than that bitter, metallic taste of anxiety about what might happen. And it's a choice we get to make every single morning.
So, I'll leave you with the same question we started this whole thing with, but maybe now it has a little more weight to it. What is it that you truly need? Not for the rest of your life, but just for today. Answering that one simple question might just be your first step toward a whole new kind of peace.
You know, if this whole exploration of finding peace right where you are resonated with you, we'd love for you to continue the journey with us. In closing, if you like this, like and share this link. Thanks for watching.